Welcome to Caracomp Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence. Three seconds. That's all someone needs to copy your voice. A short video, a voice note, a clip from a live stream. 3 seconds of you talking is enough to build a fake version of your voice that matches the real thing about 85% of the way. And that fake doesn't sound like a robot. It sounds like you, or your daughter, or your boss. If you've ever posted a video, sent a voice message, or talked on a podcast, your voice is already out there, in samples anyone could grab. That's unsettling, I know. The scam that scares people most right now is the phone call where your kid's voice is crying for help, asking you to send money fast. It feels impossible to fake. It isn't anymore. So how does someone turn 3 seconds of audio into a convincing copy of a person you love? And why can't we just hear that it's fake? Let's start with what a voice actually is to a computer. Your voice isn't one single thing. The AI breaks it into separate layers. One layer is pronunciation, how you shape your words. Another layer is tone, the warmth or sharpness in your sound. A third layer is cadence, your rhythm where you pause, how fast you talk. The neural network learns each of those layers separately. Then it stitches them back together. That's why these clones can do more than repeat words flatly. They can sound happy, scared, urgent. They copy the emotion too. For you, that means a cloned voice can cry. It can sound panicked. It can sound exactly like your child on the worst day of their life. Now, the speed. You might assume a scammer needs a long recording of you. They don't. Modern models start working with just a few seconds. That short clip from your last family video, plenty. And here's where most of us get it wrong. A lot of people believe they'd catch a fake by listening carefully. The weird pauses, the robotic glitches. That belief made sense. Back around 2018 to 2022, cloned voices really did sound off. So people learned to listen for the strange notes. But that defense is broken now. In one study, when people tried to spot high-quality fake audio, they got it right less than a quarter of the time, less than 25%. And that's not because we're bad listeners. It's because your brain is built to trust a familiar voice. When you recognize someone you love, your brain fills in the gaps and skips the doubt. A familiar voice walks straight past the part of your mind that checks for danger. That's the real trick. The scammers aren't just copying a voice. They're triggering your panic before your thinking brain catches up. A frightened voice yelling about a wire transfer compresses your decision time to almost nothing. And the money proves it works. According to the FTC, imposter scams cost Americans around $2.7 billion in 2023. By the end of 2025, that figure jumped more than 45%, with voice cloning alone driving roughly $1.2 billion in losses in a single year. So sit with this. A familiar voice used to be proof. Now it's the opposite. A voice you recognize is the very thing that makes you stop checking, which means it's no longer evidence of who's really calling. So if listening harder doesn't work, what does? Behavior, not ears. The fix is simple and a little old-fashioned. Pick a secret word with your family. If a panicked call comes in, ask for it, or hang up and call the real person back on their real number. For businesses, the rule is the same. Never let a voice alone approve money, payroll changes, or passwords. Confirm it on a second channel every time. So here's the whole thing in 3 sentences. A scammer can copy your voice from just 3 seconds of audio, emotion, and all. You can't trust your ears anymore because your brain trusts familiar voices automatically. The only real defense is to verify another way, a code word, or a callback to a number you know. Whether you're protecting a company or just protecting your family, the rule just changed. A voice is no longer proof, so always make them prove it twice. The full breakdown's in the show notes if you want the deep dive. Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.